Hey guys, it is the Massachusetts Rebel coming off Reddit r/cigarettes, and gonna be looking at the little quick description of the Vantage cigarettes that I've seen quite a few people talking about. Sort of, oh, this is cool. Where can I find this? Anybody know where this is in Illinois, in California, etc. And I just like to go over kind of the filter on this thing, which is pretty strange. So I just smoked that one about 30 seconds ago. And it's very strange. Just looking at really how the filter does its job. I was looking at the pack, and I was thinking to myself, what is that weird little bullseye thing for? Oh well, we'll take a look. And definitely makes sense with the filter. So this little hole, about say 3 millimeters in diameter, it goes halfway through this filter, which is, let's say, I'm going to say it's fairly hard, fairly compacted, but you can see I can still get a little squish out of it. Not as hard as, say, like a Parliament or what else has got a really hard filter? I'm just going to say a Parliament. That's what I can compare it to in terms of stiffness of the filter. But yeah, what it is, it's got a couple perforations, and now I know what's his name, Nick the Smoker and all of them, like Dan, Real Cig Reviews, always complain about the camera won't focus. I feel the pain now. See, you can see right there, thank goodness I have a really good cell phone camera. There's a line of perforations, pretty small. Not really going to do anything, because you would think the drag will be bad because it's such a hard filter. And this, just dissecting the thing, you can see that there's this really hard piece. Almost, it's still totally white. Is this thing with focus? Gee. It's still totally white. And all around it is pretty damn yellow, all the way to halfway down. And let's take a look at the one I'm already smoking. If this would focus, gee, what a bitch. Well, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but there's already this really thin, dark line coming around the filter of it. And what this is for is, in the 70s, there was the big craze with, the health warnings just came out and I blew it down. Alright, great. Big health warning now. Oh yeah, that's when all the cigarettes cause cancer stuff was coming out, especially in the late 60s. This came out in the early 70s. And what it was marketed as big campaign in the 70s. You can look on YouTube, you can see all the commercials for it and whatnot. These give you a full flavor experience, but without the tar and nicotine. Which it really does. I mean, for a filter this hard, I would think, oh dear, that's going to be a really weak cigarette. But it is, in terms of the tar and nicotine, looking online and the FDA reports. The thing is, though, it really lets through some good flavor. Again, not as good as you're going to get from like a Marlboro Red or whatever, but it's comparable. It really is comparable. I'm smoking this. It doesn't feel as hefty as a full flavor cigarette, but it gives you a really comparable flavor. Like, this is, I would definitely say, a good compromise. Between saying, hey, I want to go on a lighter cigarette. I don't want to go on Marlboro Lights because I'm not a pussy, and it doesn't taste very good. These, good flavor, good job on the filter for sucking out that tar. Unfortunately, nicotine, but I can't really complain. Would I buy a pack of these again? Would I buy a carton of these? No, not really. But the thing is, they're almost impossible to find in the United States going to like a convenience store. I lucked out and found it at this really freaking oddball smoke shop in New Hampshire called Smokin' Deals in New Hampshire, if you guys are around there and willing to try it out. Smokin' Deals in southern New Hampshire. And unfortunately, you cannot buy these on almost any place in a single pack. Because I went to another place, forget what it was called. It was some really sketchball smoke shop in the bad part of the city. And they're like, oh, sorry, we only sell these by the carton. Which makes sense because these are a non-support brand made by R.J. Reynolds, in which that means that they're not going to market these like they would Camel or some of their other flagship brands, but they are going to sell them, they are going to make them, and send them to where there's a demand for them. I got lucky. There was probably some new worker or whatnot at the smoke shop I went to, and they're saying, oh, you can't buy these by the pack. I'm like, listen, yes I can. Just give me one by the pack. It's not going to be a problem. It'll ring up fine. Oh, okay, whatever then. So I got a single pack of these. $8 it costed me. This is because they are a premium brand. They're on the same price point as what Lucky Strikes, Camel Unfiltered, Pall Mall Unfiltered. It cost me about $8 in New Hampshire compared to the typical, what, I mean, I can pay $6.50 for a pack of Marlboros, Marlboro Smooth, Marlboro Red, etc. And like for Cools or whatever, it's what, $6.50. Even Winston's cheaper cigarettes are going to be mid $5.50, give or take a few cents. But these are premium. Worth buying a carton of these, unless you're a light smoker who in the sense smoke light cigarettes or medium cigarettes. I'm going to say don't go out and buy a carton of these unless you are in that category. Guys, I this is my, second or third one in the last 10 minutes, and I just had 2 before I started this, just trying to finish the pack. And they're really not going to give you that good kick, not going to give you that satisfaction as you're going to get from a regular full flavor, but they are going to give you the taste of a full flavor. I don't know how scientifically accurate it is, but the tar and the nicotine was what they were marketed for in the 70s, stays up in the hard part of the filter above, and the flavor goes through the hole. That's what they were marketed as. Again, not too bad at all in terms of flavor, just not as good. They are non-menthol, which is also not very good, in my opinion. Body on them for a hard-ass filter such as this one, gonna say it's pretty good. Pretty good. Don't want to be copying Nick the Smoker, Dan, whatever, but I'm not a YouTube reviewer. I'm just saying it how it is. You're not really gonna get these a whole lot across America, like I said before, but definitely worth trying a single pack if you can manage to get one. They're really different from your regular, even from Parliaments with the recessed fill. They're a really different flavor. Parliament's kind of giving you their characteristic flavor, which, in my opinion, tastes like shit. They're awful. Again, not by any means a cheapo brand. They're going to give you a good quality flavor, a good quality smoke. Slow burning compared to Marlboro and Cool and Newport, etc. Not as long lasting as those Pall Mall filters, but again, they do the trick. Not the best cigarettes if you're like a heavy smoker such as myself, or a full flavor smoker such as myself and many other people, but they are going to give you that good flavor. And we're going to just tear open this. Sorry to make this a ridiculously long video, but we're going to tear open the filter just by the paper, and you can see from a fresh smoked one. This one, we'll do it without tearing it in half so you can kind of see the full picture. of what this pretty unconventional filter looks like. It's going to have that typical, like, little tiny drags down where the perforations aren't. But, let me snuff this out. Just don't want to burn myself. Done that way too many times. Alright. And we can see here, this is the top with the, or the end with the tobacco. Again, really distinctly clear line, as you can try and struggle to see on my poorly focusing camera. Right about halfway down, cuts out. It's pretty much all white. And again, maybe it'll be a little more distinct. There is that ring right around the edges. Can't really see it too much on camera. That really distinctive ring of a little bit getting through there. Again, this filter, much harder than a Marlboro, Camel, etc. But definitely worth a try if you can get them. Thanks for watching, guys.